I got my lucky green shoes on today. When we put that boat in there, fish is jumping in. As soon as they see me come in, they just jump in the boat. We'll see. Rex always talks, about a big fish story, but we'll find out about that fish story. But that's how you bring them in. Right there. I had a 350 pounder. He had an 850 pound fish. Catch and release. Yeah, catch and release. That was what the program was. Catch and release. You have to get it on the boat.
Welcome back to Real Time, where the pros hook up. This week, we continue our charter with Captain Rob Cumming of Gulf Coast Guide Service down in Matagorda, Texas, featuring guests Rex Ryan, head coach of the New York Jets, Rob Ryan, defensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints, and special guest Jeff Weeks, linebackers coach for the New York Jets. Real Time is produced by Core Creative LLC, and you can find us on Facebook at Real Time, where the pros hook up. Matagorda is a small town just an hour and a half south of Houston with quick access to East and West Matagorda Bays and also the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Typically, late spring and early summer is wade fishing time on the south shorelines of Matagorda, but Mother Nature had other plans for Real Time this week.
Everything's going to change. It's going to be a total 180. We've been catching them on top waters, tails, a little bit of soft plastics, corkies, this and that. But tomorrow they're predicting 30 to 40, maybe even higher gusts, 45-mile-an-hour winds. We're probably not going to be able to throw any lures. We're probably going to go to shrimp, and we might even get a little insurance, which I call insurance, but it's blue crabs. And I'll show you how we do it tomorrow. We take the backs off of them, we break them up, we put them on a circle hook, and we throw them out there where they live. And usually we catch them, even under adverse conditions. But all we can do is go try. We got the twins coming down from New York. They're bringing a little wind, I heard. It's only supposed to blow 40. No big deal. I got a spot for that. This time of year when the water pulls way out with these fronts, even though it's a late season front, the water will pull off these flats and they'll suck those redfish out and it'll stack them up in these little drains. All right. And it's hit or miss, but I got a pretty good feeling that we could probably catch some redfish. I don't know if we're going to limit out. There's no telling, but it's worth a shot. I guarantee I can keep us safe. And we can probably have a good time. I promise you that.
Here's the fish that he took that was on the dock.
It's $5.
You know what? Don't hate because I caught that fish.
I can take a picture
That's
with
me.
it.
Do you mind if I take?
Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I take a picture
really?
of the fish? It's 112 pounds. Is that a fish? What is that?
That's 420 pounds.
That's 120
And you know what?
pounds.
Shane Leckler said that's huge for a striped marlin.
420 pounds was the guy that caught the fish.
You got it back. 120. That's my fish, and you'll see today. I plan on getting the fish on the boat. Unlike these guys who just talk fish stories, the angler out of me is coming today, and you'll see.
I believe in being, being humble and not. I don't want to make guarantees. I don't want to make.
I guarantee you get a big fish on the boat.
All right, y'all, we're here at Parker's Cut. We catch some fish sometimes back here with these conditions. We're gonna throw up against the windy bank, see if we can catch some redfish. I got some pros in town. You know, we got a good crew, we're gonna give it a heck, and if not, I got a backup plan, and either way, we're gonna get them one way or the other.
Out here in Matagorda Bay.
We're the only ones in Matagorda Bay today.
I think we are, because you know what? Sometimes it's tough on everybody else, just right for us. We're those kind of anglers.
Right.
There's no question. Now when I pop it, you just want to basically just
Give it a good pop in the redfish.
okay. Every 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, about
Okay.
Rob's taking an early lead. It's not in the boat yet. Got in the boat yet. Little rat red. All right, Rob's got the early lead. Got it in the boat. Here, pass that back to Captain Rob. Yeah. There we go. Oh, here.
Fish on, boys.
Fish on. Fish on. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat.
Get
in the
boat.
boat.
Hey, there's the second one.
Get the gaff?
Same
Oh,
boat.
it's the same fish.
Same
Oh, that's
fish.
smaller than mine. That's smaller
That's
than
the same
mine.
fish.
That's small. No, that's smaller than mine. That's a minnow.
Yeah,
That's the first
using the
fish
popping
Rex ever
technique.
got on a boat. Please. Yeah, I was using that popping technique. I like to use that popping technique, and obviously, you see what happens. Yeah.
Skills.
Oh, he lost it. He lost it.
All right, back up.
Get him room. Give him your fish. All right, here we go, sir.
Got a little bit in there.
Oh, he's got a big fish.
Got a good one.
Yeah?
Looking good.
Little baby red. Hopefully they'll get bigger.
I think this one's a little bigger.
Do we need a strap weeks in?
We got him
We
strapped
might.
in. Keep him from going over.
Strap him in.
Now when this gets
Work
in
it.
there
You're
and it's
not
tight,
popping.
I'm
You're not
gonna
making.
laugh.
You gotta set the hook. You gotta set the hook.
Where the hell is the thing?
Keep reeling. Are you making any ground?
I don't think he's popping. Somebody's gonna take over. Someone's gonna take what?
There's some oyster beds over there. It could be on a reef.
Yeah.
I think we might.
Oh,
You got an oyster. An oyster bed. It's just stripped.
Oh, he is doing it in the water, Brian.
Alright, right there. Pop. Got a double pop.
Yeah, he did. Whoa, I just saw a fish jump out there. Yeah, we'll get ready. Oh, that was. You'll see it. It'll be on mine here in a minute. Oh,
Fish on.
Never mind, I got
Fish
one
on. We'll talk later. It looks a little better. Get him in the boat. Rex takes the lead.
That's a good one right there. That's a keeper.
There you go. Not quite.
It's better.
We better get him there.
Yeah, that one does have some whiskers. There you go, right there. 2-1, clearly the biggest fish of the day, but not near as big as what we're going to catch.
That's exactly right.
All right, thank you, Cap.
Confident.
Hey guys, well we got a little break in the fishing action. Let's take a minute and talk about the Ryan family business. What it's like to be Buddy Ryan's sons.
Yeah, I think, it is funny because you're right. It is the family business. Football is family business, and obviously with Dad coaching in the NFL about 30 years and his experience and all that, I think just Rob and I were around him all the time, and it just seemed natural that we would follow suit. We knew how much Dad loved coaching, and I think that rubbed off on us.
So tell me, what was it like, Rob, when you guys went into Arizona? I mean, like Rex was just saying, you guys were used to being around the players. Was that a help, or how'd they accept you?
Well, I mean, by the time we got our chance to get in the National Football League, we had already coached for about 10 years in college. So, we were ready for that chance. I think we were number 2 in the league in defense our first year out there. But the biggest thing is getting the opportunity to coach, with my father and also brother is a unique deal. And then eventually learning under Bill Belichick really paved my career for sure, and been coaching now for 16 years in the league and 10 years coordinating. And I think, you know, representing the Ryan family best I can, and that's, you know, to win Super Bowls, and I've won 2 of them.
Absolutely. How many Super Bowls do you have?
I only have 1 Super Bowl,
Uh-oh.
and it's, you know, so I think I've got to figure out why he brings it up. But you know what?
We know why.
Kind of fun, and, you know, but it's good. You know, we've obviously that's what the goal is, to you know, to win championships and things like that. And at one point, you know, we used to say that's a family reunion was the Super Bowls. We're in quite a few of them, and we're blessed to be in them. But obviously, you know, it's tough to get there. But that's certainly our goal every year.
Last time we fished together, y'all were giving Rob a hard time about no Super Bowl rings. You had to have some rings to come to the table. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yep, that's exactly right. That's what we did, and so we made up for it. Now we got 2, and he says, well, you got to have 2 wins instead of 1. So
you're
you
out.
know, yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get my second soon.
So how's it feel to finally get to the table?
Well, it was exciting to be able to finally get in the domino table of the Ryan domino table, but now, you know, you have to be more qualified. You have to have 2 Super Bowl wins to be there. So, you know, we've been waiting for Rex for a while now, and what's going to be tough for him is you know, us winning that 3rd one, and then he really is going to have a hard time playing there.
With getting the job at New Orleans, looks like you have a pretty good shot. I mean, you guys look pretty good. What do you think?
Well, I think, you know, obviously, you know, when you get to a situation like that, it's fortunate enough to get, you know, with the Saints and to be able to get with Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis, and you know, it is an opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, they've been successful. They've won the Super Bowl, and you know, I want to help to get them there again would be outstanding. There's several great players on this team also, so really excited about this opportunity.
It looks good. Fun town too.
Oh, no doubt.
Rex, how's things looking in New York?
Well, I think, you know, obviously we had a disappointing year last year, but, you know, looking forward to this season and, you know, brand new year. Have a new offense coordinator, Marty Morningwig, a proven guy. Done a great job for a lot of years, so we're excited about that. And we're just going to, you know, bring in a lot of competition. You know, I think obviously we have to improve in a lot of areas to get back to, you know, where we were the first 2 years, you know, with the Jets and competing for championships. So that's certainly our goal every year. And,
and it's, you know, we know it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but we're excited about that opportunity.
Well, you did have a great start, 2 years in a row, AFC Championship. I mean, is that hard to follow up? Has that caused you problems? Or?
Well, no, I think we surprised some people the first couple of years that, you know, going as far as we did. It wasn't as far as we wanted to go, but, you know, making it to back-to-back championship games was pretty good. And then, you know, in particular, this past year was tough on us. You know, and, well, but everybody has injuries and things. We lost a couple of our key guys at the beginning of the season, and we just couldn't get it going. And you know, hopefully we get everybody ready to go, get them back healthy, and you know, we're gonna have to play a lot of young guys and things. But again, we're gonna try to make up for it with passion and enthusiasm, and we got one on the line.
We got fish. We got fish. We'll be back in a minute.
One on the line.
Fish on. Fight him in there. Fight him in there.
I am not going to block you. I'm trying to reel in.
You be the bigger man. He lost it. He lost him.
Please tell me you got
Better
that.
bring it in. We'll bait up again.
Dang it.
What's the score right now? Who's winning this tournament?
2-1.
2 to 1. Right. You got two. It's kind of like your Super Bowl wins.
No,
there, right?
actually, it's reversed. You know, so I need to pick it up here because I'm trailing right now, but leading in Super Bowls, but definitely trailing in the fishing.
You got to get back in there. Keep fighting.
Well, he had the big one on. He had the winner, but it gave him a slip.
Gave him
Right.
the slip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Counts when it's on.
Let's go back and get it. Let's go get it again. We know they're out there.
Let me ask you this: Super Bowl weekend, I was watching one of the networks, and they were doing a thing over the top 10 families in the NFL. Did y'all guys get a chance to see that? Y'all were 10.
We did. I think that's one heck of an honor. I mean, obviously, this has been a long history in the National Football League, and to be recognized as one of the top families is really an honor. And especially, you know, really with the coaching family, I think there's only a couple coaching families that were represented, and I think that's really outstanding because obviously, if you look at me and Rex and our father, you realize none of us were good enough to play in this league. But we've been awfully successful coaching.
One of the considerations was not Super Bowl rings. How many you guys got?
Well, I think as a family we have six. So I think that is pretty good. And you know, obviously was considered, but being in the top 10 might have been a little higher and things like that if you did look at just Super Bowls. You know, but again, I think it's great that you know, we were looked at and you know, be surrounded with those kind of people in this business is really good.
Well, we got a chance here. Let's take a minute and visit with Captain Rob. He's going to brush us up on our game plan and if it's still working or if we need to switch game plans up. Captain Rob, what do you think?
Well, I think Mother Nature's making it a little challenging today for us, but sometimes we can pull a rabbit out of a hat, keep it interesting.
Where do you want? That corner.
Over that corner. When in doubt, on the grass.
You got it.
Look, that's how far it was. On the grass.
Right there on the ground. Ah, crud. Might hit it.
As the fishing slowed down at this first location, Mark and Captain Rob contemplate a move to another spot where Captain Rob thinks the redfish will be stacked up on one of these drains he was speaking about earlier.
So what do you think? We want to pull out and go back to the deal?
I think we should, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll do that. It's 9:30 or 9:25.
We you still fishing?
Threw off the shrimp.
Try one more and we'll make a move.
Okay. So Captain Rob, what's your specialty?
Specialty is pretty much trout, redfish, and flounder. With these winds, we can't work the open bay where most of our trout fishing is, so we're kind of back here in these sloughs and ponds and little creeks and stuff trying to duck out of the wind and catch some redfish. There's a lot of oyster shells back here, and that's primarily where they like to feed. And but the water's a little muddy here, so I think we're going to switch gears and make a move more towards the west and see if we can get them going.
So stick around, we'll be right back and we'll see if we can hook up.
water's a little muddy here, so I think we're gonna switch gears and make a move more towards the west and see if we can get them going.
Yes.
Yeah. Going for the crab.
Deadliest catch can't quite catch him. The Ryans can catch him. Of course, you know, it was in a bucket, but hey, that's the elusive blue crab. And now, as you see, Rex Ryan is trying to catch, looks like me, or the elusive blue crab.
There's another little spot over that I think we could try. We're gonna probably change from shrimp to blue crabs. We take the backs off of them, we break them up, and we put them on a circle hook, and we throw them out there where they live, and usually we catch them even under adverse conditions.
Hey, oh yeah.
See, he ain't wanting none of it.
Yeah, really?
The water's gonna be, I'm not even gonna say brown, it's probably gonna be orange, but that's okay because that's how we get them and we're gonna do it.
Uh-huh. Look at that claw right there.
Well, probably because he has no eyes left.
Oh.
He can't
Anyway,
see where to go.
That's the elusive blue crab.
Catch it with shrimp.
So, you know,
You catch it with the shrimp
catch
like that.
shrimp and the crab, you know,
Homeboy's dead.
chews it. And no, he's not. Here, I'll show you.
Keep reeling. Step up. You know what? Just keep reeling.
In the boat. Keep reeling. You still got
Go on.
it. You still got him.
Yeah, this is what it's like, man. This is what it's all about right here. Let me take this thing off. Here, get that hood off so we can see. There it is. So we got a big fish.
They're just kids. All right, let him get under the net there. Looks like it's a keeper. Nice. Woo-hoo! Hey! We're no longer tied.
Hey, he gets bigger than anybody else.
Yeah, there's a new leader on the board.
New leader in the clubhouse.
Nice job.
That's the big red, man. That's big red. That's the whole big red. Look at that thing.
That's sweet.
Hang on, I gotta get here.
Definitely a change in the leaderboard and the competition going on here between the Ryan brothers. How'd that feel?
That felt pretty cool catching that big red fish. I believe this is what we're looking for. The big red fish. That's why they call it red. I believe I have the biggest one so far.
I believe the other two were bait.
Right.
Bait. All right, nice
We
hookup.
caught it with the elusive blue crab is what caught it with.
All right. Get another there, huh?
Well,
I know, I understand.
It's no.
there's a minnow.
Well, one good thing about it, tonight's fish fry is not going to taste like chicken. All right, nice job, gentlemen. Nice job.
All right.
Real time where the pros hook up official redfish leaderboard this week goes to Rob Ryan with a solid 8-pound Texas slot red. Tune in to Real Time where the pros hook up next week to see if Rob Ryan can hold on to his leaderboard redfish title with this 8-pound Texas slot red.
What do you think here, Rex? How you doing?
Doing good, man. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
It really is a nice day. Right? Whose fish you think was bigger, mine or yours?
I know mine was.
So mine? Yeah.
No, mine was definitely bigger.
No.
Yeah, it's obvious. You asked me, but
I know
know
what you
you
thought.
thought one thing. I know mine.
I
was.
actually fished with your fish and caught my fish. What do you think of that?
Well, I know my fish was the second one. I'm just going to keep adding to it.
Well, at least we caught a fish apiece.
Yeah,
I'd
we
like the
caught,
rest
like,
of the boat.
That's
Thanks.
dangerous. You'll hurt yourself.
There you go.
He's coming. You got him.
Yeah, you might have a new leader.
Come up to the front. Hey,
Walk to the front of the boat.
take him down the side of the boat.
Looks like Coach Weeks is coming on strong with the big redfish here at the end of the day. Don't forget to tune in next week to Real Time where the pros hook up to see if he gets it on the boat.
You have to get it on the boat.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at Real Time where the Pros Hook Up. We'll see you again next week for Real Time where the Pros Hook Up at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.